Okay, in this video we're going to go through the achievements or trophies in Ghost of Yotei, which have been leaked to Tom Henderson, the GOAT, at Insider Gaming. Thanks to Tom Henderson. So the reviews are due out next week on Thursday morning, U.S. time, and I assume one of the people that got one of the review codes has completed the platinum and told Tom Henderson what all the trophies are. So, here we're going to go through the list of trophies for the platinum. So, we've got bronze trophy. There's 45 bronze trophies. Now, there will be spoilers here. So, if you don't want spoilers, then don't, click off. But trophies typically do have spoilers. We've got 6 silver trophies, 2 gold trophies, and I guess there's a platinum trophy, which is not news, but so 45 bronze, 6 silver, 2 gold, and 1 platinum. So that's a total of 54 trophies, including the platinum. So you weren't 53, you get the 54th at the end. I think that the developers were interviewed, I think it was on the Min-Max podcast, and on the Min-Max, I think it was, I can't remember the developer, the head of the studio, I think, he thought it was a very doable platinum. I think Ghost of Tsushima was a very doable platinum, at least for the base game. Alright, so let's go through we'll start from the biggest ones and then go down. So the gold trophies, the Ghost of Yotei gold trophy name, the Onryo Res, find a future beyond the hunt. So I assume that's like at the end of after you've hunted down the Yōtei 6. And then the gold trophy name, Master Bounty Hunter, complete all bounties. So that does seem like a big part of the game. That is optional. I think the bounties are side content. So that makes sense, but there's maybe a lot of them and they're quite hard, I assume, since they're at the gold. So Ghost of Yotei's silver trophies. We've got 6 of these. The Way of the Yari helps Sensei Takahashi defend his dojo. Okay. I assume maybe that's kind of late in the game. The Way of Kusarigama help Master Onomoto confront his grandson. I think that's a weapon, the Kusarigama, I recall that. The Way of the Odachi help defend Master Yodushi Dojo in the final battle. So these all seem to be defending the masters. So maybe a lot of these are associated with the weapons, right? So maybe the Yari is a weapon, the Kusarigama is a weapon, Odachi is definitely a weapon. So this is how you get the weapons from the masters. Body, mind, and spirit complete all bamboo strikes, shrine climbs, and hot springs. They left out springs, but I assume that's hot springs. So these should be very familiar to you if you were played Ghost of Tsushima. The bamboo strikes, the shrine climbs, and hot springs. So I have a video for Ghost of Tsushima how you can cheese the bamboo strikes by just changing the settings, the accessibility settings. If you don't like the bamboo strikes. And then moments of reflection, find 30 altars of reflection. So these are very completionist type trophies for the silver. And for the living, rid Atsu of all Yōtei 6 camps. That makes sense that, you're going to defeat the Yōtei 6 and then you're going to clear their camps. So maybe you clear their camps before that. And that gold trophy, the Onryo Res, find a future beyond the hunt. So maybe that you've after you've defeated them, the Yōtei 6. You go on. Okay, so we're going to do through 45 bronze trophies. The snake. Cross the first name off your sash. So I assume that would be one of the Yōtei 6. The Oni is extinguish the fire of a cruel warlord. The Kitsune send Saito's spy master back to the shadows. So there's a lot of taking people out. The dragon cut down the favored firstborn. The spider defeat the son of the tyrant. I think these are the names of the Yōtei 6. The woman behind the mask show mercy to the innkeeper's daughter. Twin wolves reunited with a ghost from the past. Now, is the ghost from the past Jin? Maybe. Wrath of the Onryo. Relive the night of the burning tree. So there is this flashback place in the game. So I assume that's where we're going from. From one ghost to another, acquire the blade of a legendary hero. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. That's definitely the callback to Jin. And then the Sitaruno share a meal with Huki. Moment to breathe. The perfect score in Kui Chinook. Unrivaled. The Takeo defeat Takezo the Unrivaled on the peak of Mount Yōtei. Alright. So there you go. Kunai Defender. Help Hana protect her farms. Gift for destruction. Help Ina fend off the Oni raiders. And then we got naming a friend. Pick a name for your horse. And then from the hip, perform a pistol parry during the standoff. And the Owl's Talon. Use a Garama assassination to kill an enemy from a distance. And then Sayonara, shoulder charge or typhoon kick an enemy off a cliff to their death. Okay, that the kick trophies, we just love the kick trophies. You drop this, disarm and kill an enemy with their own weapon. There you go, the disarm. The horror, make 20 enemies collapse in fear using Onryo's howl. Wolf bait, use an empty sake jar to trigger a wolf kill. 2 as 1. Complete successful standoff or assassination with a companion. Brush fire, kill an enemy by catching grass on fire. Sake fight, so there's a lot of kind of exotic kill trophies. Sake fight, collect 10 full jars of sake. Very persuasive, interrogate 10 enemies. Charming, upgrade 10 charms at least once. So I guess the charms are upgradable. Okay, interesting. So a lot of the charms were not upgradable in Ghost of Tsushima, so this is kind of an interesting gameplay thing. I just finally fully upgraded the Charm of Concentration, getting the golds in the Iki Island expansion, or in the Director's Cup Iki Island for the archery challenges. But I can't remember any other charms that were upgradable, but now you've got 10 charms that are upgradable. Like father, like daughter, fully upgrade the Wolf Blade. Purely decorative, acquire 30 pieces of vanity gear. So, I think one of the things that made the Ghost of Tsushima trophy so doable was you could get way less than 100% on a lot of things and still get the trophy. So, for instance, I have the platinum on Ghost of Tsushima, but I'm kind of like looking back at well, did I really 100% the game? And, there's some things that you would like to do in Ghost of Tsushima that before you start NG Plus to have the maxed out character for NG Plus. And some of those find all the sword kits that I was way short on the sword kits. So I think that's the same thing here, that there's I'm sure there's a lot more than 30 pieces of vanity gear in the game, but that's all you need for the platinum is the 30 pieces, not all of them. For all occasions, acquire all armor. So you do have to acquire all armor, but not necessarily upgrade it. Tools of a warrior, acquire all melee weapons. Take aim, acquire all ranged weapons. Quick draw, acquire all quick fire weapons. So you acquire all the weapons, but you don't necessarily upgrade them. So that's another way that they make the trophies easier. And these are the only ones about the weapons, right? But these are, bronze that you'll probably get fairly late in the game. Inheritance, acquire your parents' charms from the peak of Mount Yōtei. Gifts for a ghost, collect 8 offerings left for the Onryo. Trickster Fox, solve the 9 tails puzzle boxes. Okay, so maybe that's a new activity in the game. So instead of the fox dens, there's puzzles associated with the foxes. I don't know. An artist's eye, complete all sumi paintings. So there is a painting mechanic, which I think is new. I don't think we had any painting in. We had like poetry in Ghost of Tsushima, but not painting. Memento, personalize a scene in photo mode. Okay, they're encouraging you to use photo mode. Guardians of Inari, so that's probably the easiest one to get, Memento. Guardian of Inari, receive a fox mask after completing all fox dens. I don't know, that was left out here. Like mother, like daughter, learn all shamisen songs. Wolves of Ezo, complete all wolf dens. So there are wolf dens, but it sounded like the foxes were something different. We talked about maybe the fox puzzles. Spear fishing, spear 5 fish with the Jarl. Okay, so here is a new mechanic that is in the game. I didn't know that was here. So they do have a fishing mechanic in this game. So like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, fishing was a big deal. Sounds like there's a fishing mechanic here too. Child of the Mountain, solve all mountain reliquary puzzles. Good with coins, win a charm from playing Zeni Hajiki. So this is the coin game, which is at least teased in the collector's edition. So that's going to be a mini game within the game. So already, just looking at this, it seems like there's a lot more activities in the game than in Ghost of Tsushima, so they've added to it. They did say that maybe they cut down on the number of fox dens and bamboo strikes, but they've created more different types of activities, which maybe they repeat less. So having the mini games of like, Gwent with The Witcher 3, the card game, or the dice game in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the strike game in Horizon Forbidden West, which is kind of like chess. So we've got another game here. So it does feel like there's a very Assassin's Creed Valhalla influence here in terms of the open world type activities. Fireside performance, play a shamisen song while camping, and then speaking with the land, bow and play your shamisen at 10 special places throughout. So they did have the flute, I think, in Ghost of Tsushima, so they're bringing the shamisen is now the musical instrument. So there you go. We've got 54 trophies, 53 plus the platinum, I think. 6 gold, 45 silver, 6 silver, 45 bronze, 2 gold, 1 platinum in the base game of Ghost of Yotei, as leaked by Tom Henderson. Give him a follow on X, and also check out the blog, which I'll put a link to in the description. Subscribe to the Linus Wilson channel. We give you the secrets to crush Ghost of Yotei. Bye-bye.